This video is for all of you founders out there or hopeful founders when you're trying to create a project. I want to outline four tips and one bonus twist of a tip right at the end. So stick around if you are a founder or looking to be a founder for a project, okay? So number one, have eye contact. Now what happens here is that when you're in person, a lot of times you have much better eye contact. But when you're on a Zoom call, which is what most appointments or conversations you have with investors now is through a Zoom call or some form of video call. The problem here is that because it's video, and maybe you don't like looking at yourself in the corner and whatnot, founders tend to look up, they look to the side, they look down, they look to the side. Don't do those, right? Look right into the camera. That's your audience, that's who you're speaking to. Doesn't matter if there's one person on the other end or 15, you are looking into this camera and you're looking right at them. So no matter how much passion and conviction you have, if you don't have that eye contact, you lose some of that. So that's tip number one. Tip number two, know your challenges. If they don't ask you, sometimes it's not a bad idea to just get out there and say, hey, look, this is what we're facing in the short to medium term. This is how we plan to overcome it. Or you could even be like, these are our challenges and this is what we need help in solving. The point here is that you should know your challenges. If you are a CEO, if you're a founder, if you're doing something along the lines of we are investing some money or looking for investments, and doesn't always have to be investments in terms of capital. It could be you're trying to bring somebody on as a team. They are an investment for your company. You've got to have these answers ready, and it can't be the first time you contemplate it. All right. So know your challenges. It's number two. Number three, and this goes for any project across the board, crypto or non-crypto, is why are you best suited to solve the problem that you are telling me about? First of all, there should be a problem that you're solving. So don't create projects based around something you thought of as a solution and nobody cares about. It's not a pain point at all. Okay, so there should be a problem, that's one, of course. But why are you best suited? What is it about you, your team, the technology, something that makes you different versus everybody else? Now, are you easily copied? Is someone bigger kind of going to invade your space and do what you do on a much easier scale for them versus for you? Maybe even less capital, or maybe they have the capital to throw at the problem and you get pushed to the side. Something has to be your unfair advantage. So what is that for you? Okay. Number four, you gotta know your audience. Are you speaking to an investor? What is the background of that investor? If you're a crypto project, do they even deal with blockchain, Web3 related projects at all? If not, do they know that that's what you do? If they do know that, then why are they speaking to you? Who's on their team? What's their portfolio? Do they invest in your niche area, even if it is in the crypto space? Like, are you metaverse player? Are you a DeFi, decentralized finance player? Whatever the case is, you have to know your audience and what is it that speaks to them. And that just goes across the board. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Know who you're speaking to. Are they a seasoned investor? Do they invest at the stage that you're at? So all these things you need to know. And so then tailor make what you're doing towards that audience. Okay? So find key points of who you're speaking to and make sure that comes out in the presentation. And it could be informal presentation. Maybe you just talk about your project, but make sure you're hitting points that are going to make the audience pay attention. It's not about you and your entity. It's about why should someone at the other side of the table, across the table from you, invest in you and your project. Those need to be highlighted. So that's number four. All right, and the one with a twist here that I really would like you to pay attention to is, what is it about that investor that's important for you as an entity? Now, I know that may sound real obvious, right? Yeah, you need money. So you have money, I need money, we're a perfect fit. No, you can get money from anywhere. It does not matter if we're in a bear market or a bull market, there's always money to be had. Much easier when the market is hot, for sure. But even in a bear market, very active funds, very active angel investors, There's money, there's always money. But is there something that that person brings to the table or that institution brings to the table that could really benefit you? And let me tell you, when you address that, when you say, hey, look, I need more help in marketing, I need help with these specific connections that I know you as a institution or you as an angel investor have, that shows that you've done the work. That shows that you've thought about things well beyond just, hey, I need money to hire these people. I mean, that's an easy answer for anybody. That's a very basic answer. But can you say that I'm looking for X, Y, and Z on top of capital? Yes, the capital is nice. Of course you say that. That's always a part of it. Right? I don't care what anybody says. Everybody needs money. But what is unique to that investor? And that kind of ties into what I spoke on, is know who you're speaking to. Do they bring something else to the table that could really benefit you and your entity, your project, your vision? What is all of that that can actually help and that they bring that's unique to them that could really help you out? And you know what? I'm going to add another one. This is a very basic one, is have some polish. Rehearse your presentations. Doesn't mean you're going to do your presentation verbatim, because like I said, you got to know who your audience is, and sometimes things come up in a conversation that makes you pivot a little bit and do different things in free flow. I mean, you know your entity best, so that's okay. You can actually free flow, but there's got to be polish. The more ums and ahs and things like that that you have in your presentation, it just takes away from attention. And we know in this time, in this world right now, attention is so short with TikTok videos and all kinds of things, right? Just our intentions in general are short. And so if you're doing ums and ahs and looking somewhere else, like I mentioned in the first one, you are allowing the audience to disengage from what you're talking about. So please, just have some polish, just rehearse it. Be professional, rehearse, and things are gonna go well. So those are my tips for you. A couple of bonus ones at the end. Hopefully that helps you out. See you guys in the next video.